Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to more tips and tricks for the Division 2. Today I'm going to go through and explain the inventory and the management and all the little nooks and crannies that you might or might not know about in the game. It's an important area of the game because you're going to be in the inventory a lot, and there's a lot of little things that are not totally obvious straight away for you to utilize when you're going through that and organize the inventory so that you can do things fairly quickly. Should be good. Let's do it. So before we get started today, I just want to say I've got some ideas for more videos in this series. If you're new or if you've recently started playing this game, and even if you've been playing for a while, there might be some stuff that you pick up that you didn't know about. So if you've got any ideas for videos or things that you're struggling with in the game, let me know down below. But if you want to keep up with these videos, and thank you so much for the support on our Ultimate Beginner's Guide. But if there's stuff that you want to know and you want to keep up on it, make sure you're subscribed. And I always love reading comments. I try my best to reply to everybody's comments if they make them, if they're struggling with the game or whatever it might be, if they need help. That's what this channel is all about. So make sure you're subscribed. Today we're going to go to the inventory menu and I'm going to walk you through all the kind of functions of the inventory, and there's a lot in there, and there's a lot that I've kind of found over playing for about 50 plus hours of the game, and we're talking about the campaign rather than PvP at this point, but I'm sure that these skills are transferable. And so let's hop over to the inventory and let's have a wee look at what it's all about. So the first thing I guess is, how do you open your inventory? Well, for me on Xbox, it's the little button with the three lines just under the Xbox symbol. I would suggest it's probably the options button on PlayStation. I'm not exactly sure what it would be on PC, but pretty much just press that. It brings this screen up here, and there's lots of stuff there, but the one we're most interested in today is the inventory. So just click on it, go in the menu. Now, this will change as you play the game. This will change. This inventory management screen will change. Different things get added to this later once you finish the main campaign. And we're not going to go into that today because this is a beginner's guide. And so I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. So you can see on the left hand side there, it's telling you that I'm at level 9. And there's a whole lot of different figures there. It's talking about the damage of your primary weapon. It's talking about your compiled armor score and your health, and then your skill tier and how many credits you actually have. So it's nice, very kind of quick look and see it where you are at any point in time. Now, this is my second account. My other one looks a little bit different to this, but anyway, you can see along the top there you have a whole lot of options with the light and left and right bumper, so I can look at the apparel from here. I can go into contaminated, and contaminated is a lot further in the game. That's contaminated items that you pick up in a certain game mode, so you can ignore that. The resources tab is an important one. I've obviously got 2 SHD tech skill points. I've got 1053 e-credits, and then I've got supplies, which you can give to the control point officer or for projects or whatever. And then I've got materials, and the materials basically are the ones that allow you to craft your attachments and various things at the crafting station. And then there are trinkets there, and I'll talk about the trinkets in a while. So that they're all miscellaneous goods, and they have a value there to tell you how much if you sell them. They will bring you, and they're all about 10 by the looks of it. I don't think there's any that are any more than 10. So you can actually sell those in one full sweep if you like. But that's the resources menu. You've got a stats menu there if you want to go through that, and then you've got the tutorials there if you need to go through that. So everything's kind of in this main menu, but we're more interested in the inventory today, so that's the one we're going to stick on. So you obviously have your weapon slots, 1, 2, 3, primary, secondary, and then your pistol. And you can click into those and you change your pistols if you like. From this menu, you can change the attachments on your gun, and you'll see right down at the bottom there under the skills, there's a whole lot of options there. I'm going to go through these one at a time. So you got select, like that, and that brings up that menu there and shows you the guns you've got in your inventory. You've got mod, which allows you to add all your attachments onto your weapons. It also allows you to change your camouflage look of your gun if you've got certain camouflages there. And then within the mods menu, you will see you have a whole lot of things that you can do. You can inspect the weapon if you like. You need to do thumbs, that's good. Strip slots, you can strip the gun down and reconfigure it. You can toggle your view stats there, all the rest of it. So if you don't know how to add these attachments on your gun, watch my beginner's guide and it shows you all you need to know about that. Okay. On the right hand side there is just your stats of your gun, and then some core attributes that that gun also has, some of the weapon handling, etc, etc. And I think as you add things to this, your stats probably change a little bit on accuracy and stability and stuff like that. So pretty standard stuff. So you can do that with all your weapons like that. Same with the gear. Some of the gear you can mod, like that. And there you go, it gives you a little explanation. And you can make it look different. Like that, if you want a cosmetic look, a certain look. Or you can just leave it there. So that's basically just changing the appearance. It's not changing any of the stats on it. It's just changing the look of the mask. Again, with everything in this inventory, you can see the stats on each piece of gear by coming in and out these menus, etc, etc. So pretty straightforward. A lot of the little symbols, you see a lot of the little symbols there. The red symbol is talking about various things and different symbols. For instance, the weapon damage symbol is different to the weapon handling symbol, and again, that's collating it on the left hand side under the level, so that you get an overall view of what your stats look like, a high level view if you like. And then this is one that you might have missed, is the fact that with the skills I've got the drone and the seeker mine. What you might not realize is you can actually mod these. You can mod these, and you will, as you go through the game, I haven't got any at the moment, but you will pick up various things that allow you to mod these skills and make them stronger. So that's what you do. You just highlight which of the skills you want to mod, and then you press the X mod platform, whatever it is on your system, and then you will have attachments that come in there that you'll find throughout the game. LT brings up the loadout screen, and again, as you go through the game, you get more SHD points and you buy more loadout slots. You can have different loadouts for different situations there, and you can see there, as soon as you get in there and you create a loadout, you can save it. Very important thing here is, so we're going to select, and this will work the same with your gear by the way, but we're going to select a gun, a weapon. You can mark it as junk and you get that symbol like that. If you want to favorite these weapons so that they don't get sold, so for me, to mark junk, for me, I press the left trigger, and to unselect it, I press the left trigger again. To favorite a weapon, I press the right trigger, and it'll bring up this little menu here, and you can mark it as favorite, and that means when you go try to sell it, it's not gonna give you the option to sell that gun or that piece of gear or whatever you favorited. The other one that is very useful in this game, so the other thing you can do is mark this. So press the right trigger. It brings that menu back up and you can mark it as a donation. And again, that just keeps your inventory nicely managed. So you're going to have those projects in the settlements where you have to donate things. And so that's a nice way of knowing what items you want to donate and what items you want to scrap. Now, if you mark this for scrap, and then you go to the shop, to the vendor.
You want it? I got it. Or I'll get it for you.
Now you'll have to go into your inventory tab here once you're in the vendor. And you'll see down the bottom, it has a couple of options. Sell junk, right down the bottom there, press the R stick down. And the left stick, pressing it down, sell the trinkets. Remember the trinkets that we had before? And you can see right there, it actually shows you what you've got marked for selling as junk. Of course, from here you can also mark this as junk and sell them in one hit if you like. It's a nice system of getting rid of a lot of inventory quickly, and in this game you're going to get a lot of inventory. As if you've played for a while, you know you get a lot of inventory. Sell trinkets is easy. You just press and hold the left stick and it'll come up this. It'll tell you how much money you've got, and it's done. So very nice way of managing your inventory. Go through everything, mark them as you need to. Now with the projects, for instance, once you get the settlement to a certain point, you're going to have these projects, and you're going to see in these projects, for instance, Go Project Salvage Our Crew. It had donate gloves. I've already done that, but you can mark them, and as soon as you go in to donate, there you go, holsters. You'll know the ones you're keeping, the ones you want to sell, and the ones that you want to donate. So it just keeps things organized a lot better for you, and that's a struggle I've had, where I've had multiple things that I need to sell, and I'm not sure what I'm doing with them, and I might sell them by mistake or whatever. So make sure you're favoriting the ones you want to keep, marking the ones for junk, or marking them for donation. There you go. That's how you do it. Very, very simple. Nice way of doing it. Now, one more thing I want to show you here is we're going to click into this weapon here, and you'll see down at the bottom you've got equip, mod, compare, so you can compare your weapons. You can compare the stats. The weapons, that helps when you're making a determination what to keep and what should go. But you'll see once you get to the second line, there is an options button, and this is a very nice thing to know about. So if I press down on my left stick, I get this menu here, and you may not know about it. So you can change the way you view your inventory. Some people prefer it that way. I always sort of prefer it in the kind of list view, but you can have a grid if you like. You can mark everything as junk if you like. You can have all this kind of stuff. Show what base damage, signature weapons, all kinds of stuff. Show mask always on if you want. If you want your mask to look always on in your character like that, it's where you would do it. I don't tend to have it like that, but if you want that, you can. But the interesting one is over here. So sort by. And this gives you lots of options. So you can sort by the level, by the quality of your goods, the damage it gives, name, weapon type, magazine size. There's all kinds of stuff, new stuff, favorites, etc., etc. And this is another way of organizing your inventory very, very quickly. Now, there is a problem with this though. Once you log your game out for the day and you log back in, this goes back to default for whatever reason. Again, if you want to share some goods with if you're playing in a team and you want to share goods, this is where you would do it. and you can inspect items as well. So that's a nice little hidden menu that you might not know about, and again, it's here for the gear as well. So over on this side, I've switched over to my other account now, but over on this side you have this little little symbol that looks like a armor vest. When you click into it, it basically shows you everything that you have armed and then the other items that you have in your inventory. Just a different way of looking at it, where you don't have to go into the individual gear components to look at it. The next one down is the field cache, and you'll see it. I've got 1 of 20 there at the moment, and you click into this and you can open the cache and it'll give you some new items. There you go. And then that'll drop it instantly into your inventory to sort out. There you go. And then the last one, you're going to pick these up as you go through gear system mods, and you will use these later in the game. Defensive system mods, and then utilities, just to see that they're there. I was talking before about the skill attachments. This is where you'll find them and you'll be able to have a look at them, and that's what they look like. Seeker Mine, you can see I've got various things that do various mods that do various things. That's where they live. And just to go back to this with the skills, you can, because I'm on my other account now, you can see that I've got a couple of mods on there. I could change, I haven't got a skin for that, but gimbal vibration dampening, for instance, and scan range on there. And on this one, I've got a couple of things going on. So there you go. That's how the inventory works. It's somewhere you're going to be in a lot, I would suggest. And so, you know, organizing a lot of this stuff is important to get right, because I know when I've been on runs, I've got so much, I come back with so much gear and I've got to organize all this stuff. And so hopefully some of these tricks that I've showed you will be useful. One last thing that I do want to show you while we're here. Again, you have the option here when you go into weapons and in gear of deconstructing them if you want, instead of selling them like that. Press the R stick down, that deconstructs it. We'll do one more so you can see it'll give you different parts, and then of course that will end up in your resources there, and you can utilize that at the crafting bench. So there you go, guys. There is a detailed look at the inventory management, some of the menus and sub menus that you might or might not know about, and just some tips and tricks to sort of kind of get your head around and manage it in a smart way, because it is part of the game and it does take quite a lot of time after you've been out in the field and doing missions, that you have to come back and make decisions and organize and sell and scrap and all kinds of donate your inventory. If it's helped, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. And like I said at the start, if you want to keep up on some more guides for the Division 2 or gameplay or whatever it is on the channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss a minute. Okay, thanks for your attention, and we'll catch you next time on the channel. See ya!